Okay, friends, if you are here for trivia, you're in the right place. Our game is coming up in 13 minutes. I'm giving away $500, but in the meantime, since you're here early, I'd like to reward you with a little trivia question and answer, right? We're gonna give you, it's gonna be like a practice question first. So we're gonna get you warmed up, but it's gonna be the actual question 8 from tonight's game. So I'm gonna ask you the question, you're gonna tap what you think the answer is, and this is for no points or money, you don't lose, nothing like that. And then I'm gonna reveal the answer, and then you're gonna be one step closer to winning $500. So let's get that question up and see how you do. Let's see how your brains are feeling on a Tuesday. All right, the first animated married couple to share a bed on television premiered in what year? 1947, 1960, 1969. So first you have to think, do I know the first animated married couple? And you gotta rack your brain for that. And then you have to know, wait, it's not the first animated married couple. It's the first animated married couple to share a bed. Yeah, see, this is why I host the trivia and I don't do the answering of the trivia. Okay, but let's see how many people of you first can figure out which married couple we're referring to and then what year that show premiered in. It's a two-part question. And right now we've got a pretty even split between 1947 and 1960. And I'm going to let you put those answers in a little longer before I reveal. Ooh, it's a tie, it's a tie. 1960's pulling ahead by an inch, and it's 1960. You're right, if you tapped 1960, you are correct. Bonus points right now if you can type the name of the animated married couple that we're referring to in the chat. Do you know who the married couple is that we're referring to? Woo! Gary? Ding, 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 ding. You were the first one to type it in. You get an extra prize, which is, you know, my adoration, my admiration, if you will. That's right, everybody. Oh no, gummy nuggets. I panicked and clicked the middle one. You know what? That's right. Keep calm and trivia on. That's the mantra for the entire game. Oh, but again, you don't lose there, so that's good. Everybody, oh, great job, everybody. Everybody knew it was the Flintstones, and most of you spelled it correctly. I always forget that there's a T in that first part of Flintstones, right? I always say it like Flintstones, so I forget that there's a T there. So bravo. 1960, that is your answer to question 8 in tonight's trivia game. Bravo, everybody. Okay, so trivia is obviously one way that you can make money on this app, but like if you're not able to answer 10 questions on the regular, that is okay. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to an all-new round of display trivia coming to you live from the center of the world. No, not Akron, Ohio, New York City, silly, that's right. We come to you live every day from the greatest city in the world. And gosh darn it, there is nothing like this place, especially in the springtime. You know, I got my springtime shirt on. Things are just finally starting to turn green, and I don't mean my skin after I use too much of that weird seaweed mask, okay? Word to the wise, you know. New York is the shopping capital, but maybe don't buy skincare from a street vendor. I mean, in my defense, like he was also selling me a ton of pirated DVDs and very real Louis Vuitton handbags. So, but this really is the place to shop till you drop. And the only way that you're gonna get to do that is if I pad those pockets with some winnings. So here's how you're gonna get here. Here's how you're gonna get there. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears on your screen, choose carefully because once you tap, there's no going back. If you get one wrong, keep playing for fun. Yeah, stay in the game. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically. And finally, your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your profile all set up. Now let's make sure we're all ready to rumble. For no money at all and just for practice, tell me, would you rather New York state of mind, state the obvious, or fugue state? I mean, no matter how you're feeling on the inside, I hope that you're ready to kick butt out here. And I'm sure you will, you know? My display bees are so smart and so talented and so beautiful. And yes, I do consider myself a display bee too, of course. So all of that applies to me too. But 52% of you are in a New York state of mind, which means I sold it tonight. So let's get this bread. It's time for display trivia. Question 1. The digital slang LOL stands for what? Laugh out loud, love online, lots of lions. The digital slang LOL stands for what? Laugh out loud, love online, lots of lions. Do you ever accidentally say this phrase when you're talking out loud in an actual conversation? Oh boy, that is next level cringe. It's like accidentally calling your teacher mom cringe. It's like accidentally replying all on a company-wide memo cringe. That's genuinely enjoying something cringe, which honestly, so embarrassing to have any feelings at all. Keep them to yourself, bro. Like, OMG. LOL is laughing out loud, which really, if you think about it, is the only way to laugh. If anyone's got a good acronym for barely cracked a smile, LMN. LMK. Clearly I gotta study my acronyms. 95% of you got it. Question 2. Select the airport not within driving distance of the New York City area. LaGuardia, Newark, Heathrow. Select the airport not within driving distance of the New York City area. LaGuardia, Newark, Heathrow. The New York state of mind continues today, and every New Yorker might not have a favorite airport, but there is one place all New Yorkers avoid like the plague, and that place is Penn Station. I don't think I truly understood the full extent of human suffering until I tried to order Dunkin' Donuts and eat it in an underground tunnel while I waited for a train to take me to New Jersey. I mean, look, they call it new, but that thing could really use a refresh in my humble opinion. I don't know, maybe like a few scented candles or like a nice wall hanging or something. Regardless, the best part about living in New York is sometimes just getting the heck out. And you can do that at JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark, but to take a flight out of Heathrow, you're gonna need to hop the pond. 90% of you got it. Question 3. This rapper helped produce the disastrous 2017 Fyre Festival. Ja Rule, Jadakiss, J. Cole. This rapper helped produce the disastrous 2017 Fyre Festival. Ja Rule, Jadakiss, J. Cole. This rapper, along with the mastermind behind the project, Billy McFarland, wanted to put on the Fyre Festival, right? But really, it ended up being more like a dull smolder, like a campfire that someone just threw a bucket of water on. Yeah, that was more the vibe. What's the opposite of a fire? Like a puddle that's formed in a pothole? Yeah, it was basically that. If you were at the Fyre Festival though, I only feel like a little bit bad for you, because if you had that kind of money to spend on a weekend getaway, I think you like kind of need a bad experience to build character. You know, you could use a fly in your salad, honestly. The salad, by the way, it's just 3 pieces of saggy romaine and a slice of Kraft American cheese, so good luck. Ja Rule was the co-producer, mostly just a name, of the disastrous Fyre Festival. It was only one weekend, but it was such a fail that it will live on in our hearts forever. 91% of you clearly remember it. Question 4. Which of the following films predominantly features a toga party? Caddyshack, Animal House, Family Vacation. Which of the following films predominantly features a toga party? Caddyshack, Animal House, Family Vacation. Toga was the main style of dress in ancient Rome for a very long time. I think it probably started drifting out of prominence when everyone finally realized it was basically just a sheet. Yeah, I'll say it. We were all duped. One day, Marcus Antonius stumbled out of bed late and he just couldn't find a tunic, so he wrapped himself in his bedding and called it a toga. And then we were all foolish enough to follow suit. Yeah, nice one, buddy. We're on to you. The toga parties are often associated with ancient Roman and Greek culture, which is why they're a staple of college fraternities, and thus a major event in the 70s comedy Animal House. 93% of you knew it. Question 5. All of the following soups utilize a legume in the recipe except split pea soup, black bean chili, French onion. All of the following soups utilize a legume in the recipe except split pea soup, black bean chili, French onion. I'm definitely not the person to ask here, because when I cook, if I cook, I do not follow recipes. Now, I'm not one of those people who likes to wing it. I mean, I do the opposite of whatever the recipe says. The opposite, right? Just to show that recipe who's boss. You're gonna let a piece of paper tell you how to live your life? It says add salt, add sugar, you coward. Take your power back. Look, on principle, I feel great. But in practice, I have not made an edible meal in years. But the only soup without a legume, AKA an edible seed pod, is French onion. Last time I made one of those, it basically came out as a cake, and not a good one. Halfway there. Question 6, 92% of you. Correctly rank the headliners at this year's Coachella Music Festival from least to most Grammys. Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, yay. Billie Eilish, Harry Styles, yay. Harry Styles, yay, Billie Eilish. Correctly rank the headliners at this year's Coachella Music Festival from least to most Grammys. And you can read the options and decide for yourself. Now the question that I have about this is, how do you have more than 2 Grammys, right? Because if I have my mom's mom and then I have my dad's mom, how are people getting extra Grammys? I'm pretty jealous of this because Grammys are like the best people in the entire world. Oh, right, the other Grammy. I mean, listen, even having the fewest Grammys on this list still means having 1 Grammy, which is one more than most people. I mean, I can think of plenty of people who don't have a single Grammy, like me. Chaz, do you have a Grammy?
No.
Scott, do you have a Grammy?
Not at all.
Riz, do you have a Grammy?
Yes.
No, you don't. He's lying. Do you have a Grammy? Okay, we got 1 person with a Grammy, but like my dentist definitely does not have a Grammy. My delivery guy definitely does not have a Grammy. The busker that I saw on the street, probably not a Grammy, although he should have a Grammy. So really, yeah, having a Grammy, like that makes you a little weird, in my humble opinion. Okay, Harry Styles, that poor loser, only has 1. Billie Eilish has 7, 1 for every year that she's been alive. I kid, I love her. And Ye has an astounding 22. By the way, highly recommend Genius on Netflix, it's amazing. All right, 79% of you got that. Bravo, well done. Question 7. The popular apparel brand Ed Hardy was inspired by the founder's work in what area? Graffiti, tattoo art, printmaking. The popular apparel brand Ed Hardy was inspired by the founder's work in what area? Graffiti, tattoo art, printmaking. They say the internet has made it harder for everyone in public life, especially politicians. You know, something that they did as a dumb kid 30 years ago is bound to come up. But I say, you know what? Don't worry about any of that, okay? No party pictures, nothing. Like, what you need to worry about if you're running for public office is, did you ever post a picture of yourself wearing anything Ed Hardy? Now that is something to be embarrassed about. And not even because the shirts were ugly, I mean, they were. But the only thing, right, that I can think of when I see someone in one of those is that person really wants to ride a motorcycle, but is just too scared. Someone who wants to be a badass, but would rather bedazzle their tattoo-inspired shirts and hats, you know? Yeah. 90% of you do know. Question 8. The first animated married couple to share a bed on television premiered in what year? 1947, 1960, 1969. The first animated married couple to share a bed on television premiered in what year? 1947, 1960, 1969. Ooh, risque. I mean, they were not the first couple on TV to share a bed, but they were the first cartoon characters to do so. You know, which is just proof that you can get away with so much more when something is animated, okay? Think about it. Like, in theory, stick figures, they all have butts, okay? And they never get in trouble for walking around naked. Oh my God, the things that I could do as a stick figure, right? I mean, I could take bites out of my roommate's food without asking. I could rob a bank. I could eat a ton of lasagna and not gain weight. I mean, do stick figures actually ever gain weight? That is so unfair. Do stick figures get periods? Oh my gosh, I just want to be a stick figure, right? Animations these days are crazy. And crazy in the way that they actually look because they're so believable. But the Flintstones were the first animated married couple to sleep side by side, and their show of the same name premiered in 1960. 90% of you got that. Maybe you tuned into the pre-show. Question 9. Select the accurate fact about cave formations. Stalagmites form from the top down. Stalactites form from broken columns. Stalactites form from the top down. Select the accurate fact about cave formations. Stalagmites form from the top down. Stalactites form from broken columns. Stalactites form from the top down. What the what now? I mean, like, I don't know much about cave formations. You know, I leave that to the scientists. But I do know a thing or two about choke wire formations. You know, and there's a few things that you need to know, okay? So number one, lines and windows are your best friend. Make sure everyone gets seen, but you can still hide the less capable performers in the back. Two, watch your step, okay? These performances, they will be done on risers. That's what makes it a show choir, duh. Okay, a group that sings and dances on a flat surface, a group. A group that only sings on risers without dancing is just a chorus. Is anybody getting this? It's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna cut everyone anyway and just do a solo performance. Stalagmites form from the bottom of the cave and point upward. Columns are formed when a stalactite and a stalagmite meet. But a stalactite forms by water and minerals dripping from the cave ceiling and forming a downward pointing deposit. Whew, that was a lot. I think we've earned ourselves a break after this, but before we do, 84% of you got that, and it's time for the final question. Question 10. The font created by Swiss designer Max Miedinger, also known as Neuhaus Grotesque, is used in all of the following brands' logos except WhatsApp, IKEA, Panasonic. The font created by Swiss designer Max Miedinger, also known as Neuhaus Grotesque, is used in all of the following brands' logos except WhatsApp, IKEA, Panasonic. Neuhaus Grotesque? Well, excuse me, but I didn't know there was a new Lady Gaga album. Neuhaus Grotesque sounds like a makeup brand for people who want to cover up tattoo sleeves. No wonder we came up with a different name for it. Neuhaus Grotesque is definitely a club in the Lower East Side where a man in a spiked collar will offer me $100 for a tiny bag of some mystery substance. Or am I crazy, right? I mean, I am just glad that we went with Helvetica for general everyday purposes. Yeah, that's right, Helvetica, one of the most popular typefaces of all time. Take that, Times New Roman. It's used in many different brand logos, some of them being Target, Nestle, WhatsApp, Panasonic, and Jeep. IKEA is the only one odd out. The only odd one out here. But it's the world's largest distributor of home goods, so I'm not worried about them. And I'm not worried about you either, because 84% of you got that. IKEA has their own font. They made their own font. That's IKEA for you. Yeah, who knew? 84% of you did. Bravo, friends. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you're getting paid. Yes, you are. How many winners do we have? 421 winners. Shout yourselves out in the chat if you won. Bravo. Oh my gosh, we answered questions about all kinds of stuff. Stalagmites and stalactites. How do we even know this stuff? We got Oh No Study who won, Only iWow. Bravo. Facts Guru got a 10. Oh No Study, I already shouted you out. It's fine, I'll give you 2 shout outs. I love that. Dude on Wheels, 2 wrong, oh no. Fidiotic, 10 out of 10. Calpo got a 10 out of 10. Tony, 24 Mark, 10 out of 10. Gummy Nuggets got a 9. Too many winners, boop your nose. Are you jealous? It's okay. All right, who else? We got Mac Jose, 10 out of 10. Okay, and we have a little confession to make. It seems like we marked Q10 as the wrong answer. It should have been IKEA. So if you got that right, you are, in fact, a winner. I did say IKEA. I did say IKEA. I'm so smart. And if you said IKEA, you're so smart too. And you are, in fact, a winner. Does that change anybody? Does that make anybody a winner tonight? Bravo, if so. All right, friends, you did great. If you need a little extra help, don't forget that I always have my pre-show. I give you an extra answer. Question 8 usually. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night.